This is such a beautiful movie. I sobbed through most of it just because of the quiet dignity of this man who just loved his wife and wanted to honor her before God and man and country. Can you talk to me a little bit about that?
The thing that a lot of people didn't like about Richard and Mildred is that they existed. And it's very hard to argue against your own existence, you know? You really can't. What they did was they just continued to live. They lived the lives that they wanted to live in love with one another. And so when we were thinking about making a film about it, it made sense to focus on that decision, on the day-to-day commitment that they shared for one another.
Well, you know, I hate to kind of deify anybody, because I know that what I had access to and Ruth had access to in Nancy Bursky's documentary and the extra footage was just them while the cameras were rolling. However, I truly believe in my heart that Richard and Mildred were just, and I mean this, it sounds simple, but just really good, honest people. And for that reason, they were so special that even though they didn't really want to be in the spotlight, the fact that they were placed in that position made them the greatest heroes I think you could ever put in an argument under the banner of love.
As a child of interracial marriage yourself,
Yes.
how did this movie hit you?
It's actually hit me more hearing other people talk about how it's moved them. Two mixed-race, biracial gentlemen stood up the other day after a Q&A and they said, thank you to Jeff and Joel and I. Thank you for bearing witness to our story. We got married 2 years after this. We got married we were the second couple after Richard and Mildred to get married in Virginia. You know, they were pioneers.
Absolutely.
They didn't set out to be a banner couple for the civil rights movement. You know what they wanted? They wanted to be married. They wanted to marry the person they loved. They wanted to raise their family where they chose to.
Talk to me about working with Ruth Negga.
One of the best artists, actresses I've ever worked with. She taught me as an artist, you know, to sleep with a character. You gotta sleep with them to be them. You can't turn it on and off if you don't know them. You have to become it. Yeah, she's the real deal.